Chick, 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 chick. Chick. How many chickens do I have today? Let's count them. One, two, three. I have three chickens today. It's always good to have my friends here, my little chicken friends who just enjoy hanging out and having a good time with me. We do enjoy each other, especially when we get into a shouting match. Chick, 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 chicken. Right. Well, did anyone ever tell you not to count your chickens before they are hatched? Did you ever hear that phrase? Don't count your chickens before they're hatched. Well, if you say that you're not counting your chickens before they're hatched, you're saying that you are not making plans for the future yet because you're not certain how things will develop. Future may change things for you. For instance, I could say, you know what? I'm going to go to Hawaii when my financial bonus comes in. And a good friend would probably say to me, well, Milt, don't count your chickens before they hatch. They're telling us, my friend is telling me not to make plans based on future events, outcomes, or successes that might not come to pass. For instance, a parent could be having this conversation with their 16-year-old child. Why are you begging to drive my car to school tomorrow when you still need to take your driver's license test in the morning? Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Or my financial advisor might tell me when dealing with an important financial arrangement, never count your chickens before they are hatched. You know, the origin of the expression, don't count your chickens before they are hatched, is a direct reference to the fact that sometimes eggs fail to hatch, obviously reducing the number of live chicks. So if a farmer or a seller is planning on selling so many live chicks and they haven't hatched yet, he really is not planning well if he's saying, I'm going to have 15 live chicks for you by the end of the week, because some of those eggs might not hatch and he may only have 13 chicks to deliver by the end of the week. So we may think we can plan for everything, but sometimes the unexpected does happen. And I'm sure we've all experienced that. You know what, though? It is important to plan. Jesus talked about planning when building something. In the New Testament, in Luke chapter 14, he says, suppose one of you wants to build a tower. Won't you sit down first and figure out how much it will cost? Then you will see whether you have enough money to finish it. So, planning can be a very wise thing to do. In Proverbs 21:5, we read, the plans of people who work hard succeed. However, we must remember that plans can and do change, and sometimes in ways that we might not expect. Proverbs 19:21 says, a person may have many plans in their heart, but the Lord's purpose wins out in the end. And so, as we plan ahead, however, with the understanding that we cannot predict the future and that our times and plans are always in God's hands. In James chapter 4, some very important words. Listen, you who say, today or tomorrow we will go to this city or that city, and we will spend a year here and there. We will buy and sell, and we will make money. Well, you don't even know what will happen tomorrow. What is your life? It is a mist that appears for a little while, and then it disappears. Instead, you should say, if it pleases the Lord, we will live and do this and do that. So, as you and I plan, let us remember to not count our chickens before they hatch. Yep, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's rely on God. Let's be people who say, if the Lord wills, I plan to do this. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. In all your ways obey him, and then he will make your paths smooth and straight. Let us remember that ultimately God is in control, and God orders our steps. We can plan, but if it's God's will, we will see it happen. Well, I wish for you a day that's filled with joy, maybe some chickens. Maybe you can count your chickens, if you have any. But above all, have a day filled with peace.